One of the things that we have going on in our world today, particularly here in the United States, is a lot of apocalyptic thinking. Um, we've heard how apparently Pete Hegseth believes that the things that we're doing as a country are going to usher in the return of Jesus, basically um, causing the end times. You know, I, I'm sorry. When I was young, when I was a young man, back in the 70s and the 80s, I would wake up and watch, particularly on Sunday morning before going to Sunday school, I would watch these Christian shows. And there were a number of them. I'll tell you about them someday. Catherine Coleman, I believe in miracles, and Davy and Goliath, a sort of claymation cartoon from the evangelical Lutherans. And anyway, there were these guys who would spend their lives reading the book of Revelation, trying to figure out when and exactly how these things are going to happen. And, you don't have to go to the book of Revelation. And in fact, there's a lot of reason to believe that the book of Revelation was really not about that. But I'm not going to go there because people are addicted to the book of Revelation. And I think it's ridiculous. Honestly, I think it's ridiculous. Not the book, but the people. So, if you want to know about the future, and then I would encourage you to spend a little bit more time in Matthew 24 and just listen. The whole book, the whole chapter. Um, because this is the place where there will be wars and rumors of wars, and basically Jesus is talking, and he's spending a whole long saying basically the world is going to continue to do what the world continues to do. Stay faithful. Just that's it. Stay true to what I'm teaching you. Now, he doesn't say it just like that, but he does say in Matthew 24:36, nobody knows the day or time, not even the Son. Like he's saying, even I don't know the day or the time, only the Father. So these people who think they're going to push, these are the same people, by the way, who when they pray, they tell God what they want him to do. That's not prayer. That's not prayer. I think he showed us what prayer was more than once. First of all, we have the Lord's Prayer, which basically says, get me through today. Give us this day our daily bread. Let's just get through today. God, you're amazing. I'm just getting through today. And then in the Garden of Gethsemane, when Jesus um, is sweating blood, apparently, and he's saying, look, I know what's going to happen to me. And if there's any way that I can avoid this, help. And I'm laughing because I love I love seeing the humanity of Jesus in that moment. It makes me feel like he understands me. And I think that's part of the point. But this idea that we're going to usher in the end times, and I will tell you, first of all, Christian nationalists are not the first. When I was a kid, and the fact that they're so white, But when I was a kid, there were lots of people. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. We had the big debate about the rapture. Is it before the tribulation or after the tribulation? What's going to happen? You know what? Give us this day our daily bread. It means just, I need to get through today. And if you read Matthew chapter 4, basically, that's what Jesus is saying. And it's the whole chapter. I'm not going to read it to you. If you don't have a Bible, you have a computer, you're looking at this, just type in Matthew 24. And you could read the whole chapter in such a broad variety of translations, which should tell you something about the Bible. Anyway, the end times. And I will tell you, I don't think that Netanyahu believes in the end times. I think he convinced Donald Trump that this war would be easy and over with, boom, and you'll look like a hero. Didn't work out that way. And just a little background, right? He said that to like the last 4 or 5 presidents. I mean, he's been saying that for a long time. Nobody else listened. Donald Trump listened and believed him. And you know what? I'm going to tell you that I believe that Pete Hegseth didn't disagree. He got excited about it. And now we're in a mess. And if you go back to Matthew 24, and I encourage everyone who sees this to do that. Jesus basically says, look, all this crap is going to happen. Stay strong. Be patient. Nobody knows. All you have to do is get through now and keep your faith. Trust. But no, these things are going to happen. The world is, and you know what? We live in the world. In fact, many Christians say, well, I'm living in the world, but I'm not of this world. Okay, really? Well, you're going to have to pay your taxes, give to Caesar. And if you do something nasty, you going to jail. So, read it. And whenever you hear somebody saying, this is why we're doing this, can I say something to you? If those people who say things like that really believed that Jesus was going to come back, then they'd be paying a heck of a lot more attention to what Jesus taught us rather than what they want to believe because it makes them feel powerful or smarter or better than other people. Those ideas are not Christian at all. The idea, don't forget, in the Old Testament, the Israelites were the chosen people. And they still believe that, although many of them aren't religious about it. Many do still believe that. Not all of them, but many do. And so chosen, and Christians then would say chosen for what? Right? So this is where it comes in. Christians say chosen for what? And Christians would say for the birth of Jesus, for ushering Jesus into the world. Okay, all right. And then 700 years later, this guy, Mohammed, looked at all the Christians and basically said, you people aren't faithful at all. You're not paying attention. Did you know, by the way, that Muslims believe in Jesus? They don't believe that he was the Messiah, just like the Jewish people don't. But they believe he was a prophet. Pay attention. And so what were they seeing? What was Mohammed seeing about the Christians that he thought were being unfaithful? So, really, he didn't mean everybody, and I don't mean everybody. But these people who are ushering in the end times, people have been doing this for a long time. Seventh-day Adventists, more than once, went out to a field and waited because they thought they knew. And those people on television who, you know, picked and pulled apart this verse and this word in the Greek. And all of a sudden, they're talking about the end times because of the book of Revelation. And this is, we know, we figured it out. Have you really? No man shall know the day or the time. But enough. So let it go. Get through today. If you want to be effective to bring about the kingdom of God, and it already exists, you're too late, but it already exists. But if you want to contribute to that, pray. And don't tell God what to do. Don't tell God what you think he should do. Do you think he listens to you? Or do you think he's like looking at some little kid who's telling him off? I'm sorry. God is God and you ain't. So you aren't going to figure it out. And all you have to do as a Christian, and you know what? You don't even have to be a Christian to hear this, but this is who I'm supposed to talk to, right? All you got to do is get through today. All you got to do is get through today and stay faithful. So those Christians who believe that the end times are coming, they're a little misguided. They're going to come, but let's face it. In the same chapter, Jesus said, "This generation will not pass before this happens." So we're still in that generation of questioning, that generation of learning, that generation of growing. That's your job. Grow in the teachings. If you're a Christian, I'd pay attention. Go get you a red letter Bible so you know which words you can figure it out and read the red letters. Please. And stop. Number one, stop telling God what he should do. And stop telling me or anyone else that I need to be like you in order to be a Christian. It's my job to figure out what I need to do. Good luck to you. Did he say good luck? Yeah, I did. I hope you pay attention. Let he who has ears, let him hear.